Hey, what's going on guys? Ace Trainer John here. And today we're going to be going over the This Week at Bungie for September 24th, 2020. This week at Bungie, the weather is changing. You feel that? The slight chill in the air? It's time to prepare for the colder climate, Guardians. Europa has no sympathy for unprepared guests. You might want to come with a weapon or two because frigid storms aren't the only danger that can be found here. Don't be afraid though, an old friend will be waiting for your arrival. And here they linked the Europa trailer that was showed off earlier in the week, and I've already made a video on that, so if you want to check that out, I'll actually have a link in the description down below. So yeah, basically what that first line was referencing to was a post that was made yesterday, and basically in this post they made yesterday, they announced that Europa, for the first time in Destiny's history, is going to have dynamic weather. What this means is that there's going to be varying types of weather that will affect your visibility. They said originally when they were developing Europa that they were originally going to have dynamic weather that added negative effects like slowing down your character or changing your grenade path, and they decided to sway from that because even though it was a little realistic, it made players not happy. As much as I think it would be cool to walk down a snowy wasteland trying to get to the pyramid while there's a giant winter storm there, I could see how it could get annoying very fast though. Moving on, it's a pass for games. Earlier this week, Forsaken and Shadowkeep became available on Xbox Game Pass. With Beyond Light on the way, there's no better time to gear up and get acquainted with what's going on in the world of Destiny. A few housekeeping notes for Guardians who are being freshly rezzed in the Cosmodrome. You'll need to download Destiny 2, Forsaken, and Shadowkeep to access this content. Without Destiny 2, you can't launch the game. For new Guardians joining our ranks through Xbox Game Pass, we have a help article specifically for you. Our help forums also become available at any time you hit a snag on your way to the tower. If you encounter any issues with game content or Xbox related services, please refer to Xbox support. Eyes up Guardians, welcome to the community. So yeah, this recent Tuesday, they actually launched the Shadowkeep and Forsaken expansions, and they put them on Xbox Game Pass. And as a reminder, when Beyond Light comes out, Beyond Light will actually be entering Xbox Game Pass as well. Although too, keep in mind if you get it through Xbox Game Pass, it will not be permanent and you will not have access to the pre-order bonuses such as No Time to Explain. Anyways, moving on, Old Iron Banner. A few weeks back, we announced the extension of Season of Arrivals, noting that we'd be adding a few fun things to do between September 22nd and a new November 10th launch date of Beyond Light. First, we featured Double Ordeal loot on Lake of Shadows. This week, the Drifter has been upping the ante with Triple Infamy. Next week, Lord Saladin will return with Triple Valor, themed weapons and armors, and his Pinnacle bounty rewards. And as always, the game mode will be Control with power enabled. It'll run from September 29th to October 6th. I honestly hope in the future that Bungie considers making more game modes available for Iron Banner like they did in D1. Because, I'll admit, Control gets a little boring after the 50th time. And I'm pretty sure when it ends on October 6th, this is actually when Festival of the Lost is going to be going live. So it seems like this is the planned filler content till Beyond Light. Anyways, the next section is called Talking Tech, Preparing for Beyond Light. And oh boy, there is a shit ton of words. With that being said, I'm going to try and summarize the best I absolutely can, but there's a lot of technical shit in here, so ease up on me. So the first thing they kind of say is that they originally thought what the plan with Destiny 2 was that it was going to be like a lot like Destiny 1, where there'd be a couple expansions and then a sequel, just as Activision had planned. Although obviously with the split with Activision, things have changed. And so because of that, they decided to double down on Destiny 2 rather than make a Destiny 3. And in order to support that idea, they have to make a bunch of technical changes when Beyond Light comes. So because of this could impact your experience from not at all to weird behaviors or just weird bugs. So one of the first things they did was they changed their mission scripting model to run on a physics host instead of a mission host. And even though I'm a computer programmer, I'm not an engineer and I have no clue at all what the hell that means. But basically when they switched this caused some issues because, running old code on a new system is kind of problematic. And so for example, one of the big bugs was the Prophecy Dungeon not being available after Beyond Light's release. But one of the other cool features is that in this area is face-to-face joins in social spaces. So now you can fireteam up with the tower with friends without a long tower reload. They've also revamped their content building and patching pipeline for speed and install size. And an unfortunate side effect of this means that Beyond the Light will be a full re-download of the game on all platforms, which will be extremely painful for anyone with a slow internet speed. I do note that the night before, on November 9th, you will be able to pre-download this with a gap of at least 10 hours. Although an upside to this is that Destiny 2's install size will shrink by 30 to 40%. Meaning Destiny will shave about 59 to 71 gigabytes depending on the platform, and this will allow them to better control the install size in the coming years. They also hope to use these systems to build much faster builds to accomplish two things. One, to help them ship mission critical fixes faster when the game-breaking bugs arise. And two, to reduce the overall ship pipeline depth, enabling them to work on Destiny releases closer to their ship dates, so they can react to fresher information about what's happening in the live game. So basically how they were making content before, they basically had to develop multiple DLCs at the same time. And so because of this, it made it harder for them to react to feedback. Let's take a look at Destiny 1's first DLC, The Dark Below. In that DLC, there is a similar sunsetting situation. And because Bungie was already hard away at the time at House of Wolves and The Taken King, they had no time to react and ended up having sunsetting go again during The Taken King, even though it was extremely unpopular during The Taken King. Next up, they go on to say that they rebuilt the character face system, so when you see your character's face in November, they might look a little different. And finally, they stated that they relit portions of the European Dead Zone and Nessus. And basically what this means is, well, what it says, there will be different lighting on existing destinations. Basically, they want the old places to look a little new, to fit in with the rest of the game. And that's pretty much it. That is a summarization. If you want to read all the little technical bits on this large essay here on what they did, I'll have a link to the Twab in the description as always. Next up is a community event emblem update. And basically they're going to be updating the different community event updates such as the fashion show, featured artists, movie of the week, and the Bungie bounty emblems. And I wish I was as talented as anybody who's able to actually earn these, because they're all pretty cool looking emblems. They then go on to say that the Shadowkeep variants for each emblem will be available through November 10th, and there will be a few final chances to earn them before the new hotness becomes available, so stay tuned. They also go on to take a moment to celebrate the community volunteers. If you ever visited the help forum and noticed that some members answering questions and linking players to general help articles and Bungie offered troubleshooting methods, these are mentors, the light gloves of our community, dedicated to lending a helping hand to any player who's trying to get back into the game. Our moderators, however, are referred as ninjas. They work in the shadows, removing bad actors from our forums whenever the code of conduct is broken. You may see one every so often in the forums replying to threads, but their work is behind the scenes. As of late, we've also been receiving some help from the community moderators during Bungie live streams. Whether they be Bungie bounties or charity initiatives or whatever the reason we decide to broadcast, these individuals are helping to keep the chat a bit cleaner. Join us in welcoming Shields to the fold of our community moderation teams. Each volunteer group will be receiving a brand new emblem this year. While it might seem like a minor gesture, we hope that you join us in giving them thanks wherever you see these emblems in the wild. And all these emblems look pretty cool, but the only problem is if I ever see you wearing one of these, I'm going to think of you as a Reddit moderator. And next up is a player's support team report, and they don't really go over everything, they just sort of reiterate what was added in the hotfix and the addition of Xbox Game Pass. And with that, we come to the movie of the week, and as always, if you like the videos, again, always will be in the description down below. And with that, that concludes the Twab, and keep an eye out for next week, because we're going to be getting a preview for Festival of the Lost. Anyways, this was Ace Trainer John. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you'd like to keep up to date on all Destiny 2 news, information, leaks, and tutorials, go ahead and subscribe. Anyways, I'll see ya in the next one. Peace.